This is the city, Crystal City, Texas. A friendly little town in southwest Texas. Heart of the Winter Garden District. Friendly, that is, except for the Lower East Side. The area known as El Chico. A tough section of town. This was home to the Hawg father, Don Palono, who resided behind a bakery next to the neighborhood plaza. A favorite hangout for older undesirables who, during the Depression, engaged in illegal game-in and even bingo. In those days, one could tell exactly what town a certain car came from by the first two letters on the license plate. Cars known to come from Carrizo Springs were immediately stoned by the juvenile delinquents. That would wake up the Don and his cronies, who would then proceed to chase them out of town. Yes, sir, this was Don Palomo's hangout on Buena Vista Street and around the neighborhood plaza. A couple of blocks to the south was the Chico Elementary School, where tempers often flared. A fight could erupt at any moment, especially between teachers. Right after the war ended, the Chico School campus closed forever. All supplies and equipment, including the playground rides and the slide, were relocated to an abandoned L-shaped internet school campus in the Upper East section of town. This would be named Airport Elementary School. Under the close watch of the independent school district, student fights on this campus were not as common, although they did happen. A crowd would gather and go along this route to a clearing in this wooded block. There, they would fight it out. Junior high students usually had their fights close to the high school campus. If caught, Coach Rivera would make them come in after school, put boxing gloves on, and fight it out. Girl fights were a very special event. You just never knew when you were going to get a glimpse of the training, bro. In high school, it was different. Most students had their own cars. So, if a fight was brewing, they would jump in their cars, drive around and pass the Dairy Cream, and into a little dirt joint called the Sugar Shack. The Sugar Shack was also known as Madison Square Garden. It was here that a fight could turn deadly at any moment.
Shut up! No, never! Everybody calls it the Sugar Shack.
Ouch. This field where my head landed was also used by traveling carnivals.
Oh.
The Upper and Middle East side of town was a totally different world. Most of the residents had ties to farms and ranches. Kids were raised to be really tough from an early age. Making them compete in stock shows and rodeos would produce strong and healthy adults. The County Livestock Show was an annual event in Crystal City, complete with figures and square dancing. This year's show was in front of the Sabala County Bank. As we zoom in, you can see old landmarks looking north along East Sabala Street, such as the Western Auto Store, the corner Texaco Station, and the Catholic Church. Also, if we come back out and zoom in again a little lower this time, we can see that guests from Carrizo Springs were welcome in this event. Yes sir, some of these kids would grow up to be really tough hombres. In later years, some might even walk into the Arrowhead bar and try to pick a fight with the biggest and meanest guy in the bar.
Hey! You want some crap? Right here, right now!
That is one angry young man, all right. That is, until the country and western music starts playing. Then, everything changes.
Let's go. Hey, there's my son. I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sunset low, pull out my fiddle and rosin up the bow. Kids are all asleep, so I keep the pedal low. And thank God I'm a country boy.
Then, another guy joins in.
But the Lord and my wife wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can, work when I should. And thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. The sun's coming up like a cake's on the griddle.
Before you know it, the entire bar is dancing.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Woo-hoo!
Some of these guys even made their horses dance. Others like to dance with their tractors.
Well, I wouldn't trade my life for diamonds or jewels. I never was one of them money-hungry fools. Rather have my fiddle and my farmhand tools. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, city folk driving in a black limousine. A lot of sad people thinking that's a mighty keen. Son, let me tell you now exactly what I mean. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. The sun's coming up like a cake's on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a fun about a riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Woo!